Now, let's welcome TANMAY HADAGINAL, a multi-talented individual who excels in academics, drama and sports. Whether it's his dedication in the classroom or his athletic prowess, Tanmay is a true all-rounder. Please put your hands together in welcoming Tanmay to the stage.
I am from a country that is kaleidoscope of culture, tradition and bit of grace. A country where often logic takes backseat to emotion and every day here is a new adventure. I am talking about India and its culture. A land of paradoxes, a land of spirituality and the birthplace of most bizarre yet beautiful customs. Today, I'll take you through the emotional and exciting roller coaster about India and its culture. In India, emotions are worn on a sleeve. People here are very expressive and are not afraid to show how they are feeling. This can be both blessing and a curse. On one hand, it is great to be around people who are so expressive and passionate. This makes life more interesting and exciting. On the other hand, it is exhausting. Sometimes it feels like everyone around you are yelling at you all the time. And it's hard to know how to respond when someone is so emotional. Indians have a rich vocabulary, which they use to share their emotions with the help of metaphor, poetry and stories. Today, I have a story that will tell how powerful language is. Once upon a time, there was an old woman staying in the Ganga Ghats named Amma. She every evening used to narrate stories under the banyan tree to the nearby children. She used to narrate the stories of the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. Her words were powerful. She evoked the valor of Arjuna with the powerful tone, sweetness of Sita with the tenderest whisper, and the mischiefs of Krishna with the playful tilt. One day, a boy named Rohan came to her, told that a grandmother who has raised him up has recently passed away and he was suffering through grief. Amma listened this with eye full of compassion. That day under the banyan tree, she told different story. She told about the Atma, the eternal soul. Her words spoken with empathy and wisdom touched the Rohan deeply. He started to see the world with a renewed sense of hope and understood the power of language. The language is not only to entertain, but to heal, to console, and to connect with the human soul. Now, I want to take you journey through time and India's most enduring philosophies. Indian history is a tapestry-woven thread with diverse culture, religion, and empire. From the Indus Valley civilization, one of the world's oldest urban civilization, to the Mauryan Empire, India has always been a land of innovation and intellectual pursuit. At the heart of Indian culture lies the Vedas, a collection of Sanskrit texts that consists of hymns, prayers and philosophical discourses that have shaped Indian worldview of millennia. One of the most revered texts in Hinduism, the Bhagavad Gita, is the dialogue between warrior prince Arjuna and Lord Krishna. It explores profound questions about life, death, duty and nature of reality. It also teaches us importance of selfless action, power of yoga and path to spiritual liberation. Another important aspect of Indian culture is importance to family. Family is everything in India. It's our support system, our safety net and source of love and joy. Indian families are very close-knit. You are expected to take care of family member and a family member is expected to take care of you. This can be both good thing and a bad thing. On one hand, it is great to have such a great support system and a safety net. On the other hand, it is stifling. Sometimes it feels like you are not allowed to take your own decision and are expected to do what the family members want you to do. A relationship in Indian bedrock society is important. The emphasis of the family, community and the social bonds. The social bonds created in the society helps us become stronger. I have another story which talks about how important social bond is. Once upon a time in a village, there was a man named Ram and Sham. Ram was a farmer. His grains and fresh vegetables were important to the Sham to feed his family. And the clothes made by the Sham was helpful for the Ram to protect his family. They both were having a special bond, not a blood bond or a family bond, but a bond in which the Ram used to give the fresh vegetables and the grains to the Sham, and the Sham used to give the clothes to Ram. Both became close and they were good friends. Once what happened in a village? There was a drought. In that drought, the Ram couldn't cultivate the fresh vegetables, and the Sham helped him in cultivation. Left his workplace and went to farm and helped the Ram. They both shared grain and lived happily. Next year, there was a flood in the village. In that flood, the Sham's workplace was collapsed, and Ram helped him in reconstructing his workplace. With this story, we can understand the word Vasudeva Kutumbakam, that the whole world is one family. Tradition in India is also very important. There are so many traditions which are very old and are passed on from generation to generation. Others are new and are adopted from other cultures. Tradition can be source of pride and identity. It can also be source of conflict. For example, dowry system in India, where the groom's family has to give money to the bride's family, and this can be dangerous for women. Now let's delve into the Indian classical dance forms. Indian classical dance forms is a captivating blend of rhythm and spirituality. It's a rich culture that dates back to centuries and is still mesmerizing audience worldwide. Now I have some of the renowned Indian classical dance forms. Bharatnatyam, originated in Tamil Nadu, known for its footwork and the mudras. Kathak, originated in the North India, known for its facial and eye gestures. Food is also very important in Indian culture. Indian food is very diverse and there are many regional cuisines. Indian cuisine is a fusion of flavor, technique and regional varieties. This talk could examine how the food reflects the tradition, culture and religion of India. Forget forks and knives here. People here use their hand to scoop up the food with a shared plate. This is a messy communal experience that brings people together. Indian streets are foodies' paradise. From the spicy chaat to the sweet jalebi, there is something for everyone. And don't be surprised if you see people eating on the go, balancing them on their head or balancing them on their bikes. Despite all the challenges India faces, Indians have a great sense of humor. They are able to find humor even in the most difficult situation. This is the thing that I admire most about Indian culture. Even in the darkest of darkest time, there is something to laugh about. Indians have an uncanny ability to find silver lining on every cloud. No matter how bad situation it is, they always seem to maintain the positive outlook. Now taking turn and going to sports and coming to cricket. Cricket in India isn't just a sport, it's a religion. When the Indian team plays, whole country comes to standstill. Street empty, offices close. The families gather in front of television to see the match. It's a spectacular moment like no other. A blend passion, patriotism and pure entertainment. So next time you think about cricket, don't just see it as a game. See it as a force that stitches every fabric of Indian culture. As we have journeyed through a vibrant tapestry of Indian culture, we are abundantly clear that its charm doesn't lie in its complexity but in its quirks. The quirks of cuisine, community and the communication. Indian culture is very complex and fascinating thing. It is full of paradoxes and contradiction, but it's a culture I am proud to be part of. I hope my TED talk has given you a good impression about Indian culture and you would come to appreciate its beauty. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, great Tanmay, for the wonderful speech.